Welcome to the Ben Mulroney Show. Thank you so much for joining us on Tuesday. And the war in the Middle East has taken on a new shape. It has morphed into something different, and I think to the betterment of the world, despite the violence that is going on, despite the carnage, despite the death. The net result is of benefit in a number of ways. One, it is laying bare the hypocrisy of those who attack Israel. It is showing that it does not matter what Israel does. They are always in the wrong. It does not matter the behavior of a Jew. It is wrong. And we are seeing that play out in real time. So it's definitely a weakening of every paper tiger that the pro-Hamas people have been putting forth for months. And also, it's a net result of making sure that Iran does not ever come into possession of a nuclear weapon, at least not the Iran that we know today. Because make no mistake, the people of Iran have been held hostage for about 46 years by the religious zealots that took over during the Iranian Revolution of 1979. And since then, what was once a secular nation has been under the heel of the Ayatollahs. And so there is the possibility that one day that country could return and return to be a positive force in the world. But until that day, we are at war with them. And I say we who support Israel's right to exist, and we who do not believe that people who chant death to America, death to Jews, death to Israel, death to the West should have a weapon of mass destruction. Call me crazy. I know it's a hot take, but I don't think that they should be responsible for a carpool, let alone a nuclear weapon. So that's my take. Here's what Donald Trump had to say about why he doesn't think there should be nuclear weapons in Iran.
Do you want to see regime change in Iran?
I want to see no nuclear weapon in Iran, and we're well on our way to making sure that happens.
Now, I want to give you some context because, by and large, the campaign by Israel to attack the military-industrial complex of Iran, the greatest sponsor of terrorism in the world, the campaign to decapitate their ability to prosecute any form of terrorism or war has been going very well. Let's listen to some of the audio of some of the bombs going off. And they're going for military targets. I mean, there are some civilians who are caught in the crossfire, but it is very clear from the images that we are seeing that they are not targeting civilians, unlike what Iran is doing, targeting people in downtown Tel Aviv. They are making up these ludicrous claims that they are hiding fighter jets underneath these apartment complexes, which is why they are being bombed with impunity. It's nonsense. It's lies. And if you believe it, you're an idiot. You're a friggin' idiot. And I have no time for you. Donald Trump did not want Israel to do what they're doing right now. He warned against it. But when they did it, he decided to get on the right side of history. Not that he didn't want Israel to defend itself, but he's now taking a leadership role here. And he is sort of rewriting history in real time. Iran should have signed the deal I told them to sign. What a shame and waste of human life. Simply stated, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. I said it over and over again. Everyone should immediately evacuate Tehran. So he's implying that this is happening because he made it so. That is not the case. Although he did give them 60 days to get back to the table to sign a nuclear deal, and they didn't. And this started on day 61. And I want to play a little bit of Donald Trump. Not Donald Trump. I'll give you another example of the chaos that is being sown in Iran right now. There's video, and I want to give you context because it is not in English, but there is a woman newscaster on the state-run Iranian news channel who is stating that nothing is going to happen to the people of Tehran. Pay no attention to what the disinformation coming your way. And I believe her last line is something to the effect of, with the protection of Allah, no missile shall hurt us. And she says that, and about 2 or 3 seconds later, the studio is promptly bombed by Israel, and you can see her fleeing the set. All right, here's Naftali Bennett, the former Israeli prime minister, who, by the way, has been an incredible de facto spokesperson for the Israeli position, explaining as if it's a sad state of affairs that it requires explaining. It requires justification. But here's Naftali Bennett explaining why this conflict is necessary.
The Israeli people are strong. We understand that this is just something we have to go through in order to remove this existential threat. Look, we have no issue with Iran. If Iran would stop wanting to destroy Israel, its leader says we're going to destroy Israel. They develop nuclear arms. They develop ballistic missiles. They stop all of this. We can have peace. We can have quiet. But unless they do that, we have to act. And this was more than the last moment. It's beyond the last moment. At this time, it's becoming fairly difficult to take out the entire nuclear program because they've already spread it across multiple locations.
Look, when you have a neighbor who consistently says that there will be no peace if there is a single Jew living in the Middle East, and they have as their stated goal to eradicate the state of Israel from the map, and they have taken active steps to fund organizations like Hezbollah, like the Houthis, like Hamas, who also have the stated goal of killing as many Jews as they can. And then you find out that they are on the precipice of obtaining a nuclear weapon. If that were Canada, we have the privilege of not living there. But if that were happening on our doorstep, first of all, we don't have the money or the military to take care of it, but we would hope to God the Americans would do it for us. And sure as Shinola, they would. They would take care of it right quick. And they would be just and they would be right for doing it. But for some reason, the anti-Semitism runs so deep in certain types of people, they find a way to turn Israel into the bad guy here. And more and more people, I believe, are seeing the hypocrisy and the racism and the anti-Semitism for what it is. But, there are personal stories that are coming out of this as well. Remember what I said off of the top, that the Iranian people have been held hostage. Well, here is Goldy Gamari. He's a former PC member of provincial parliament in Ontario, telling one of my colleagues at 640 Toronto about a message that he got from someone in Iran.
I have been receiving countless messages from people inside the country. I want to share one with you if you don't mind. It's So this is what this person wrote. I posted it on my Twitter feed as well. I'm an Iranian from inside Iran. Long live the Shah, King Reza Pahlavi. With heartfelt gratitude, the people of Iran thank Israel. For 46 years, we Iranians have been held captive by a corrupt Islamic ideology that has oppressed us. Now, with the support of you, our dear Israeli friends, we may finally rise from the ground that has crushed us for so long and stand alongside you to fight this destructive ideology. We must admit that we are far weaker against this regime, as their forces are deployed in our streets, preventing us from gathering. We are ashamed that our country, Iran, is no longer in the hands of Iranians and has caused insecurity for you, our long-standing friends. Yet, we firmly believe that light will triumph over darkness. May God protect you and all the people of the world. Iranians love Israel.
And so does Ben Mulroney. Thank you, Israel. More to come on The Ben Mulroney Show. Thanks so much for watching the show. Now, if you enjoyed what you saw, hit that subscribe button so you never miss another episode of The Ben Mulroney Show.